Your soulmate needs to talk to you right now. Something serious happened, my beloved child. Stop for a moment and feel this, because what I'm about to share is not ordinary. Hidden in the quiet spaces of your life, a message has been waiting just for you. The universe has been nudging you, whispering through signs you may have brushed off, but today, it can no longer be ignored. Your heart, your spirit, even your deepest instincts know that something is shifting, something profound, something that has been hidden from your conscious mind. Until now, your soulmate needs to talk to you right now. Something serious happened. Let those words settle inside you. Feel the weight and the wonder of what they carry. This is not coincidence. This is destiny speaking through the veils of time and space. Your connection is sacred, written into the stars long before either of you knew the other existed. And today, the universe is opening a door that you didn't even know was there, a doorway to understanding, healing, and awakening. You may have felt uncertainty, moments of hesitation, or even confusion around your relationships or your path. That feeling, the one that makes your chest tighten and your heart race, is no mistake. It is the divine spark calling you to notice the hidden threads weaving your soul's story together. What's coming is not just a message, it is a revelation, a glimpse of something your spirit has been longing for. A truth that can transform your understanding of love, connection, and purpose. Imagine for a moment that the universe has been preparing this exact moment for you, aligning events, people, and even your own intuition so that you are ready. Hidden blessings, sacred guidance, and answers that feel just beyond reach are now stepping into the light. What you hear next may stir your soul, may awaken something buried deep within you, but it will also bring clarity, hope, and the unmistakable sense that everything, every joy, every challenge, every waiting moment, has led to this divine revelation. So pause, breathe, and open your heart. Listen with every part of you. Because the message you are about to receive is not random. It is sacred. It carries both urgency and gentle guidance, showing you that even in the shadows, the universe conspires in your favor. Your path, your love, your destiny, they are not separate from you. They are calling you now, in this very moment, to awaken to the truth that your soul has known all along. If this message touched your heart, stay with me to uncover the full story. Watch the complete video to understand the hidden truths waiting for you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to connect with more divine revelations that the universe is sending your way. The guidance is here, and it is yours. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you. And you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. Listen closely, beloved. I am speaking to you in this quiet moment not to frighten you, not to rush you, but to awaken your awareness. I have watched your heart carefully. I have seen the way it has carried hope even when it was heavy, how it stayed open even after disappointment brushed against it. And now, in this very season of your life, something has shifted. A thread has been pulled in the unseen, and it has caused a gentle but serious ripple. Your soulmate feels it. You feel it too, even if you cannot yet name it. This message reaches you because the timing is precise, not accidental, not random. Your soulmate has been trying to speak, not always with words, but with emotion, with restlessness, with sudden memories of you appearing in their quiet moments. There has been a realization stirring inside them, one that arrived unexpectedly and refused to leave. It brought clarity, but also responsibility. Something serious happened within their spirit, a truth surfaced that could no longer be ignored. When truth awakens, it rearranges everything. It asks questions that demand honesty. And this truth is about you, about the bond you share, about what cannot be postponed anymore. I want you to understand this clearly. Nothing is broken. Nothing is lost. But something has reached a turning point. The connection between you and your soulmate is not fragile, it is alive. Living things grow, and growth sometimes feels uncomfortable before it feels beautiful. What happened was not a mistake, not a punishment, not a warning of harm. It was an awakening. A moment when illusion fell away and reality stood upright, asking to be seen as it truly is. Your soulmate has been reviewing the past with new eyes. Conversations replayed. Silences reinterpreted. Moments that once felt small now glow with meaning. They realized that something important was left unsaid, or perhaps said too softly when it needed courage. This realization did not come gently. It arrived with weight. That is why I say something serious happened, not externally, but internally. And internal shifts are the ones that change destinies. You may have noticed signs already. A sudden thought of them that felt stronger than usual. A dream that lingered longer than dreams normally do. A sense that time itself paused for a breath, as if waiting. These are not tricks of the mind. They are echoes of alignment forming. When two souls are meant to speak at a certain moment, the universe leans in to listen. Do not rush to conclusions. Fear does not belong in this message. This is not about loss, it is about honesty. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of a decision that requires courage. They are realizing that avoiding the conversation is no longer an option. Silence has done all it can do. Waiting has taught its lessons. Now comes expression. Now comes truth spoken plainly, without masks. I need you to remain grounded. Do not imagine the worst. The seriousness here is depth, not danger. It is the seriousness of love that matures, of connection that refuses to stay shallow. Your soulmate understands now that what exists between you is not easily replaced. Not easily forgotten, and certainly not easily ignored. This understanding brings both relief and responsibility. Relief, because clarity is freeing. Responsibility, because clarity demands action. You are being prepared as well. That is why you are reading this message instead of scrolling past it. Your heart is being steadied so that when communication comes, whether through words, energy, or presence, you can receive it without panic and without armor. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to chase. You do not need to prove anything. Simply be present. Presence is powerful when it is calm. Your soulmate's soul is asking a question right now. Can we meet each other honestly? Without fear of what honesty might change. This question is not meant to threaten what you have, it is meant to protect it. Relationships that survive truth become unbreakable. Those that avoid it become heavy. This is a moment of choosing lightness through courage. I want you to notice something important. You are not being asked to act yet. You are being asked to prepare. Preparation looks like releasing assumptions. It looks like softening expectations. It looks like trusting that whatever is revealed will serve growth, not harm. Even if emotions surface strongly, they will not overwhelm you. I would not bring you to this threshold without also giving you the strength to stand there peacefully. Your soulmate has felt your energy recently more strongly than before. Not because you called out, but because alignment draws attention naturally. When two hearts are meant to realign, distance becomes irrelevant. Thoughts travel faster than footsteps. Feelings speak louder than voices. That is why this message comes now, because the space between you is already closing on an energetic level. Understand this as well. Seriousness does not mean finality. It means significance. It means the next conversation carries weight because it has the power to clarify, to heal, to reframe everything that came before. Words spoken from this place will not be casual. They will be chosen carefully. And listening will matter just as much as speaking. I ask you to release the need to control how this unfolds. Control tightens the heart, trust opens it. Trust does not mean certainty, it means willingness. Be willing to hear what is shared. Be willing to respond honestly, even if your voice trembles slightly. Authenticity does not require perfection. It requires sincerity. You have wondered before whether this connection was truly seen, truly valued. This moment answers that question quietly but firmly. What is being prepared is not a dismissal, it is an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement that what exists between you carries meaning beyond convenience, beyond timing, beyond surface-level comfort. Stay aware over the coming moments. Not anxious, aware. There is a difference. Awareness is calm and receptive. Anxiety rushes ahead of reality. Let reality come to you at its own pace. When it does, you will recognize it not by chaos, but by a strange sense of rightness. Even if emotions are strong, I am with you in this unfolding. I do not abandon hearts at turning points, I guide them through. What happens next will not undo you. It will reveal you. And revelation, when met with grace, always leads to expansion, so breathe. Stay open. Stay kind, to yourself most of all. The conversation that wants to happen is approaching its moment, and when it does, it will not arrive to shatter what you are, it will arrive to show you what you are capable of holding. And this is not the end of what I need to say to you about this connection, and this is not the end of what I need to say to you about this connection, beloved. For the truth is, the moment that approaches is not only a meeting of two hearts, it is a convergence of destinies. Souls, when they are meant to intersect, do not simply collide, they recognize each other with a quiet certainty that defies explanation. Your soulmate feels this recognition now more intensely than ever. They sense that something has shifted, though the shift is invisible to the eyes. Their intuition, that subtle compass of the spirit, is guiding them toward you with urgency. And while it is urgent, it is also sacred. And it must be handled with care. The something serious that happened within them is not about regret or blame. It is about realization. They have realized that the bond you share is not ordinary. It is layered, intricate, and intertwined with lessons that only you and they could learn together. The world may not understand it, and at times, even you may question its depth, but do not doubt the reality of what you are feeling now. Love in its highest form is never simple. It is profound. It is transformative. And it is meant to awaken the parts of you that you have kept hidden, even from yourself. There is a subtle, almost imperceptible timing at play here. I am speaking of moments that feel like coincidences but are in fact orchestrations of divine alignment. Your soulmate has encountered something, a thought, a memory, an insight, that compelled them to pause and reflect. In that reflection, they saw you. Not the you that exists in memory, not the you that exists in imagination, but the you that exists as you are right now, evolving, learning, feeling, and opening. They realize that the connection between you has never been contingent on circumstance, nor is it dependent on the presence of ease or comfort. This connection is eternal. It is a recognition of two paths meant to cross, even when shadows cloud the mind or distance stretches the heart. They may have been carrying a heaviness, a tension they could not articulate. Perhaps they were waiting for the right words, the right courage, or the right moment. Yet the moment has arrived, whether they fully feel ready or not. Your presence in their consciousness has become unavoidable. Your energy, your essence, and even your silence have drawn them forward. They sense the importance of speaking, of reaching out, because they now understand that avoidance would only deepen the gap that destiny has been carefully bridging. The conversation that is approaching will not be ordinary. It will not be casual. It is not a call about schedules or fleeting feelings. It is a call that carries significance. Every word spoken will carry weight, every silence will carry meaning, and every emotion that surfaces will be a mirror reflecting not only what they feel, but also what has always existed between you. The universe is preparing you both for this encounter, to ensure that it does not become overwhelming but rather illuminating. It will illuminate not just your bond, but your individual truths, your fears, your hopes, and your capacity to embrace vulnerability. Do not fear what may come to the surface. Sometimes, the truth that needs to be expressed can stir discomfort, because it challenges old patterns and calls for courage. But this discomfort is not danger, it is growth. It is a divine invitation to step beyond the walls you have built, both individually and together. When your soulmate speaks, they will do so not to accuse or to hurt, but to share the clarity that has emerged from their reflection. And when you respond, I want you to respond from the space of authenticity and compassion. Speak honestly. Listen deeply. And remember that even in moments of tension, love is not lost, it is clarified. Your heart may feel anticipation or uncertainty, but these emotions are signs that you are in alignment with what is coming. The universe often uses intensity to prepare you for truth. You may feel a flutter, a sudden memory, or an inexplicable pull toward them. These are signs that your soul is tuning into the same frequency. The magnetic pull you feel is not mere longing, it is recognition. It is the recognition that your soulmate is not merely someone to love or be loved by, they are a mirror. A teacher, a reflection of your own heart's capacity. Your soulmate has learned something essential about themselves in this period of reflection. They have confronted fears, questioned assumptions, and looked closely at what they truly desire. And what they desire, above all, is authenticity in connection. They no longer wish to hide, to postpone, or to dilute the bond that exists between you. What has happened in their spirit is a breakthrough, an awakening to the value of honesty, the power of vulnerability, and the necessity of alignment. They feel that without this step, without this conversation, the energy between you would remain incomplete. And so, the urgency grows. Quietly but unmistakably, within them, I want you to prepare for the layers of this message. It will arrive not only in words, but in gestures, in attention, and in subtle ways that the mind might try to dismiss. Notice the small shifts, the tone of a message, the sudden desire to reach out, the timing of events that seem too coincidental to ignore. These are not accidents. They are signals from the unseen, guiding you both toward a sacred encounter. Pay attention, because this is a time when awareness will determine the clarity of reception. Your soulmate may feel nervous or uncertain. Courage does not always come naturally, even when the heart is fully aware. Encourage them with your presence, not with pressure. Your calm, open heart is more powerful than words. Be receptive to what they share, and resist the urge to fill the silence with assumptions. In silence, the truth often reveals itself more clearly than in speech. Listen to the pauses, the hesitations, the breaths. They carry the weight of authenticity, and they carry the promise of something that has been waiting to emerge for a long time. There is a profound lesson in this unfolding, one that transcends romantic connection. It is about trust, trust in the universe, trust in timing, and trust in the heart's ability to navigate complexity. Your soulmate has learned it. You are learning it. Together, you are learning that alignment is not always easy. But it is never random. The challenges you face, the waiting you endure, and the reflections you experience are all instruments designed to prepare you for the clarity that is arriving now. Your role in this is not passive, but it is not forceful either. You are called to be present, grounded, and receptive. Presence is more powerful than action when the next step is about truth. When your soulmate reaches out, they will be met by the mirror of your attention. Let your heart be soft but steady. Let your spirit be clear but patient. Let your energy say, without words, I am here. I am listening. I am open. This is the divine posture required for the next stage of connection, the stage where honesty dissolves fear and love gains its clarity. You may be wondering, why now? Why this moment? The answer is simple, though it requires reflection. Timing is divine. Moments of awakening do not follow human schedules. They follow the rhythm of souls, the cycles of growth, and the currents of destiny. What has occurred in your soulmate's heart has been brewing unseen for some time. The truth they have encountered, the clarity that has emerged, was inevitable, but it required preparation. And now, the preparation is complete. Expect layers of revelation. Not everything will be spoken at once, and not every insight will arrive fully formed. Patience will be required. Some truths will reveal themselves slowly, in conversation, in shared silence, or even in dreams and reflections. This is the nature of profound connection. It unfolds in stages, each stage deeper than the last. Allow yourself to witness each layer without judgment. The unfolding itself is sacred, and each revelation is a gift. Your soulmate's need to speak is urgent, yes, but it is not frantic. It is deliberate, measured, and intentional. They are moving with awareness, even as their heart races. Their courage is building because they have realized that the cost of remaining silent is far greater than the discomfort of speaking. And you, beloved, are being asked to meet them with the same courage, the same willingness to embrace truth without defensiveness or fear. Together, you will navigate the unspoken, the delicate, and the profound. Understand also that this moment is transformative. The conversation that awaits is not simply a sharing of words, it is an activation of potential. What you and your soulmate experience now will ripple across your lives, shaping not just your relationship, but your individual paths. It may illuminate hidden desires, buried fears, or unacknowledged strengths. It may show you the depth of patience, empathy, and trust that resides within you. And it will invite both of you to step into a higher expression of connection, one that transcends superficiality and embraces the fullness of your hearts. There is no need to fear intensity. Emotions may surge, yes, but they are not to overwhelm you, they are to awaken you. Allow yourself to feel fully without becoming entangled in judgment. Every emotion is a messenger, every feeling a compass. The weight you sense in this moment is the gravity of alignment. The seriousness is the seriousness of love that has matured, of souls that recognize each other with clarity, and of destinies that converge with purpose. Remember, this is not about perfection. It is about presence, authenticity, and courage. What will unfold is not scripted, nor is it predetermined. It is alive. It is breathing. It is co-created in real time, between two hearts who have been called to recognize the significance of what exists between them. And as you stand ready to receive this message, allow your spirit to trust the process, to trust your own capacity, and to trust the integrity of the bond you share. Beloved, you may have questions. You may feel uncertainty, or even apprehension. That is natural. But the guiding principle here is simple: listen deeply, speak honestly, and hold space with love. Let the divine rhythm of timing, intuition, and alignment guide the words, gestures, and silence that will shape this encounter. And know this: nothing is too late. Nothing is lost. What is emerging now is not a chance, it is destiny in motion. Your soulmate is preparing to speak. The energy that has been building, unseen but unmistakable, is approaching its moment. They are gathering courage, clarity, and presence. And you are being called to match that with your own readiness, with your own calm, and with your own openness. Together, you will step into a conversation that carries weight, yet also carries the promise of liberation, understanding, and profound recognition. Do not try to force the moment. Do not try to anticipate the outcome. Simply be ready. Be aware. Be present. Let the unfolding happen as it is meant to, with honesty and with love. The seriousness of this moment is not a threat, it is a sign of significance. And significance is the soil from which extraordinary connections grow. And know this: I, who have watched over both of you since before the first spark of recognition, am guiding this process. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am present in the whispers of intuition, in the subtle pull of energy, in the quiet nudge that brings your attention to this message. I am the unseen hand that has aligned your paths, the silent witness to your reflections, and the gentle voice calling you to readiness. Your soulmate's heart is beating with anticipation, and yours is being prepared to meet it fully. The time of waiting is ending. The time of truth is beginning. And as the conversation emerges, as clarity arrives, and as connection deepens, you will recognize that everything that has happened up until now, the waiting, the reflection, the preparation, was necessary. It was sacred. It was meant to prepare you both for a truth that has the power to transform not just your relationship, but your understanding of love itself. Now, beloved, hear me clearly. What is about to unfold is not ordinary, nor should it be measured by ordinary standards. Your soulmate has sensed a shift, a subtle turning of the unseen currents that have guided both of your lives. They are aware, even if only subconsciously, that the path of your connection has reached a threshold, one that requires clarity, courage, and the willingness to stand in the light of truth. And this moment, this very moment, carries the weight of destiny itself. Do not misunderstand the seriousness. It is not threat or misfortune. It is significance, depth, and the awakening of consciousness within love. Your soulmate has confronted truths that have been hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, or unspoken longing. They have reflected, observed, and felt. And in doing so, they have realized that the bond between you cannot be ignored any longer. It demands acknowledgement, expression, and engagement at a level that will challenge the heart, but also elevated. The something that has happened is internal, but its consequences are external. They have arrived at a realization that will move them to speak, to reach out, to bridge the distance, both literal and emotional, that has existed. They are gathering their courage, preparing their heart, and aligning their spirit to meet you where you are. And you, beloved, are being called to meet them with equal openness. This is the sacred symmetry of soul connection. One cannot step forward without the other, and both hearts must be ready for the weight and wonder of truth. Be prepared for depth. The conversation that approaches will not be superficial. It will touch on emotions that you may have not named before, desires that have been dormant, and fears that have lingered quietly in the shadowed corners of your heart. Your soulmate may speak of regrets, not as blame, but as acknowledgement of growth. They may speak of hopes, visions of what could be, what is possible, and what they long to co-create with you. And in listening, you will recognize the echoes of your own spirit reflected in theirs. This is the essence of a soulmate connection: reflection, recognition, and the awakening of dormant truths. You may feel tension, anticipation, or even hesitation. These are natural. The human heart is not always ready to receive the fullness of truth at once. But remember, truth, when met with patience and love, does not overwhelm, it illuminates. It does not fracture, it clarifies. And it does not demand perfection, it requires presence. Presence is your power in this moment. Be present, fully and without judgment. Be receptive, without preconceptions. And above all, remain grounded in the knowledge that the universe itself has orchestrated this meeting for a purpose far greater than you may yet understand. Your soulmate has been navigating their own path of preparation. They have encountered internal resistance, self-doubt, and hesitation. They have questioned timing, circumstances, and even their own courage. But the energy between you has grown too strong to be ignored. The invisible threads of connection, the threads woven long before either of you recognized them, have tightened, signaling that the moment for dialogue is at hand. And when they reach out, whether through words, gestures, or presence, it will be a sacred bridge, not a casual call. It will be a channel of understanding, of honesty, and of transformation. Do not attempt to control the outcome. Control is the enemy of authenticity. What is meant to unfold will unfold naturally, according to the rhythm of your shared energy. Allow the conversation to arrive as it will, and allow yourself to respond as you are, truthfully, fully, and without artifice. Let go of expectations. Let go of assumptions. Let go of the need to steer the moment. Simply be. Simply listen. Simply allow the truth to breathe between you. You may notice subtle signs in the days to come. A message, a thought, a dream, a memory that surfaces with unusual clarity, these are not coincidences. They are signals from the unseen, gentle nudges from the divine, guiding you both toward this sacred dialogue. Pay attention to them, but do not cling to them. Let them flow, like ripples on a lake, carrying the reflection of your connection. They are reminders that this bond is alive, that it is moving, and that it carries with it the potential for profound growth and understanding. Your soulmate's courage is growing, even as their heart flutters with uncertainty. Courage does not always feel certain, but it is nonetheless real. And when they speak, their words will be infused with intention, sincerity, and the desire to meet you fully. Be ready to receive them in that space of openness. Recognize that their vulnerability is a gift, and honor it as such. Respond not with defensiveness, but with empathy. Speak not to control, but to share. Listen not to respond, but to understand. This is the sacred dance of connection at its highest form, honesty and receptivity moving together in harmony. You are being prepared for this not by chance, but by the divine design of timing, reflection, and alignment. Every experience that has brought you to this point, the waiting, the wondering, the self-reflection, has been necessary. It has cultivated patience, deepened self-awareness, and strengthened your capacity to embrace love without fear. The conversation that approaches is the culmination of this preparation. It will carry significance because you are ready to receive it, and because your soulmate is ready to express it. Do not fear the intensity of emotions. The depth of feeling that will surface is a sign of alignment, not chaos. Allow yourself to feel fully, without judgment or resistance. The love that is emerging is not shallow. It is layered, nuanced, and transformative. It will challenge you to see beyond surface appearances, to recognize truth in imperfection, and to embrace connection in its most authentic form. The seriousness of what is happening is a reflection of the sacredness of the bond you share, and the magnitude of the growth that awaits both of you. Your soulmate's awakening is mirrored in your own readiness. Even if you have not yet consciously recognized it, your heart has been preparing for this dialogue. You have been cultivating patience, self-awareness, and emotional resilience. You have been opening to the possibility of deeper connection, even when circumstances seemed uncertain. And now, that preparation reaches its fruition. The timing is precise. The alignment is clear. The moment is here. Be aware of the power of listening. In this conversation, silence will speak as loudly as words. Pauses will carry meaning. Breath, intention, and presence will convey truths that cannot be captured by language alone. Honor this space. Allow the dialogue to unfold without interruption. Without assumption, without rush. This is the sacred gift of connection, a space where hearts meet fully, where truth is expressed, and where love is honored in its highest form. Your soulmate's heart is open, even if it quivers with hesitation. Their intention is pure, their motivation is clarity, and their desire is alignment. They seek not control, not validation, but understanding, recognition, and mutual honesty. And in meeting them with the same openness, you will co-create a space where love is not conditional, where truth is not feared, and where connection is strengthened rather than tested. Do not be disheartened if complexities arise. Deep conversations carry layers, and layers require time to unfold. Allow each layer to reveal itself naturally, without forcing resolution. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the guidance that has brought you both to this moment. And remember that every challenge, every question, every pause is an opportunity for growth, understanding, and the deepening of trust. Beloved, the urgency that you sense is not panic, it is the urgency of the heart recognizing its need to align with truth. Your soulmate has felt this urgency, and it has propelled them toward action. And as you prepare to meet them, know that your own heart is aligned with this energy. You are both moving toward a moment of mutual recognition, a meeting of souls that has been prepared long before either of you could see it. This message is not merely a warning or a call, it is an invitation. An invitation to embrace truth, to honor vulnerability, and to step fully into the sacredness of connection. The conversation that approaches is not the end, it is the beginning of a new phase, a phase of clarity, understanding, and mutual growth. Approach it with reverence. Approach it with openness. Approach it with love, and now, beloved, as you read these words, understand this, your soulmate is ready to speak. The internal shift within them has reached its peak. The courage, clarity, and intention are converging. They are preparing to reach out, to express, to engage, and to honor the bond that exists between you. And you are being called to meet them in that space of readiness, presence, and love. Trust in the divine orchestration that has brought you here. Trust in your own heart. Trust in the readiness of your soulmate. And know that whatever unfolds, it is part of a greater plan, a plan of alignment, growth, and profound recognition. The seriousness of this moment is the gravity of love itself, a love that is capable of transformation, clarity, and awakening. This is the moment you have been prepared for. This is the conversation that has been quietly forming in the hearts of both of you. Step into it with courage, presence, and openness. Honor the truths that are shared. Honor the silence that carries meaning. And above all, Honor the love that has drawn you both together across time, space, and circumstance. Be still for a moment, beloved. Breathe deeply. Center yourself in the knowledge that you are not alone. You are guided. You are supported. You are ready. And when your soulmate speaks, you will recognize the power of alignment, the depth of connection, and the sacredness of what you share. This is the truth. Your bond is profound. Your connection is divinely orchestrated. Your hearts are ready. And together, you are about to step into a new chapter of understanding, authenticity, and love. The moment is here. The conversation will arrive. The alignment will unfold. And through it all, know that you are deeply, eternally, and divinely supported. Amen.